Okay, guys, so it is Thursday at 8 o'clock, so you motherfuckers know what time it is. It is time for another edition of Jackal's Corner. Today, I got my boy, JL here, also known to people out in Rio as Big Jizzin.
Big Jizzin, Young Sperm, what's poppin', all these...
Yeah.
Too many aliases, man.
So,
what's up, bro?
What's up, man? So, real quick, let me give a shout out to all my sponsors. To the one and only 5x5 Brewery out here, getting us all those alcoholic libations in our systems today. Also, speaking of them, get your butts out there on Saturday. I believe that it's going to kick off around 2 o'clock. Get in line as early as possible. They're going to have their specials of their new beers out. They got a banana peanut butter one coming out. They also have the return of the... Oh, you motherfuckers. We also have the... I did, and then fucking assholes. So anyway, they also going to have the return of the FU Rona out there. So get your butts out there. This stuff sells out super fast. Anytime they come out with a special edition beer, it sells out quick. I told you guys that last time, and I still had people saying, damn, I didn't get any, because it sells out within an hour or 2 hours. So get out there and get it. If they go by the same policy, it's 2 per person of each of the flavors that they have. I believe they're canning the FU Rona, so you can actually get 4 of those.
And I heard that's the cure, right?
That's the cure.
That's the cure, right? To the
coronavirus. Is. That's the cure.
That's
right
why
there.
It sells out.
There you go. That's why it's starting to decline in the cases, man.
Yeah.
But
saving lives.
Saving lives, man. Saving lives, marriages, health, all that good shit. So, also out to Concert Culture providing sound to us. We appreciate everything that they do for us. Concert Culture, if you need any help getting set up with sound on your shows, anything, quinceañeras, private parties, any of that, they got you covered. Snack Attack for providing us with our Jekyll's Corner masks and shirts. Also, we failed to go out and pick up our snacks this time, but they usually provide us with some snacks to go with our beers. So thank you to those guys. With that being said, also keep watch. There might be a little something in the works coming up. Not too sure, but I'll get more into that some other day. With that being said, let's get to our guests, man. So, bro, I mean, how you been?
Pretty good. I'm an EMT during the time of COVID, so would take that as you will. Shit's crazy to some people. I've gotten used to it. It's whatever. So yeah, I've been. It's just work, really. Yeah. Work, and my passions have gone. Ignored for a little bit. My passions of filming. Going out and doing music, live shows. Stuff like that. Can't do any of that right now, so just work. And yeah, it's kind of hard to keep you gotta find ways to be creative, these days. Dude. It's hard. So I'm reading a lot these days. I bought a bunch of books on how to do things by myself, because I can't get a group of people together. Yeah. So I'm reading, I'm watching YouTube videos, how to film by yourself, how to make a 1-act play, stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I mean, it's pretty tough, Yeah, pretty tough. What about you, man? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. I mean, try to stay the fuck away from anybody who might even have COVID or anything like that. I mean, they at one moment you're trying to vote all the motherfuckers with all the STDs and Krabby Patties and all that shit, and now we gotta fucking avoid everybody who breathes. Fuck,
dude. My parents had COVID. Not even joking.
Damn.
My brother brought it down from they're like, oh, COVID's fine, My brother brought his group of friends with him down to vacation from A&M, and my parents like, oh, we'll go with him. Nothing's going. They brought one of the people that my brother brought with him had COVID, and they spread it to my whole family. They gave it to everyone. They came back home, and I'm just I had to avoid them all. My brother found out he had it, and then I just avoided him. This was months back, but
well, you see. The first mistake was going to anywhere near A&M. I mean, fucking A.
No, I
can't. Longhorn country, man.
Dude, that's my brother. My brother loves that school, so I'll defend it for him. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, Longhorns is cool too. That's more my style too. I'm not gonna lie.
You're damn great.
Yeah, I'm the black sheep of the family, you know. So
hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. I mean, besides, you got Longhorns. They got a fucking awesome Bevo, fucking Longhorn cow.
Yeah, they do. Man. Yeah.
Fucking dude, and that cow lives better than most of us.
Bro, that cow had COVID, bro.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah. Well,
but yeah, that cow is beautiful, dude.
And he lives the life of luxury, dude. Like for real. It's crazy. That yeah, man. If you go to Austin, they actually take him out there, like over there on Riverside and 35, and he'll chill right there, and they'll allow people to go and like take pictures with Bevo and all that. I mean,
I've never seen him, but I gotta say, Austin is my favorite fucking city, dude. I love Austin.
Fuck yes, dude. When I moved from California, that's where I moved to in Texas. Was
in Austin?
Yeah. Dude. And I want to go back so bad. Like, I miss it so much. It's a different place.
Fuck yeah.
It does not feel like Texas. It does not. It's like Twilight Zone.
Shangri-La, bro. It's fucking beautiful. It's like, it's like San Antonio is kind of like the dirty version of it. I like San Antonio. No hate. You're right.
Facts. Bro.
But I walk down San Antonio and it's like, but like Austin is just clean, man. It's like beautiful and like they take care of it and like my favorite spot is Barton Springs.
Oh, bro,
that's my fucking favorite place.
I keep telling them about that because like I have my doctor appointment up there on the 5th, so I told them let's go up there for the weekend, be there for the 5th. And I was telling them, but I gotta take you to fucking Barton Springs. It's like you gotta, like, it's freaking beautiful. I love that place. I used to go there all the time and fucking smoke out over there.
Hell yeah.
Fucking A. And it's cool because a lot you'll see people on the hills there and just choking up like a motherfucker and they don't give a fucking.
Dude, there's girls walking around topless.
See, I told you.
Wait, you told them? Yeah, dude, I can vouch for it. It's true. I've seen every time I've gone there's a girl walking around topless. Yeah. And everyone's just kind of like I'm just kind of like, what the fuck?
It's like a hippie hollow, but with people you actually want to see naked.
Fucking beautiful girls everywhere.
Yes, like Hippie Hollow though is like where all the hippies.
Hippie Hollow.
Yeah, Hippie Hollow is this place in Austin. It's like a private beach, nudist beach, but it's all old people, and it's like maybe you could get by. People could be like, okay, if it's a chick, because a naked chick is a naked chick. But when you see an old dude walking around, they got things sagging that you don't want to fucking see. You
gotta have a wrinkly sack to get in. Your sack must be this wrinkly to come in.
This low.
Freaking, you see a trail, like a little trail again, and you think it's a bunch of snails, but it's just the old man dragging his fucking sack across the sand.
Slime everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to go there. I'll stick to Barton Springs.
Yeah, we'll go stay at Barton Springs, man. Yeah. But yeah, man, Austin is an amazing place, and it's actually a very good place for people that are an artist of any type. They really do foster artists and musicians and small businesses and all this stuff like that. They're really big about support your locals.
Well, actually, right now, there's a whole thing going on in Austin.
Yeah.
They're, like, trying to shut down, like, live music. Like, right now, during the time of COVID, I swear to God. Yeah. Like, I don't know if y'all heard about that, but...
Well, yeah, they already closed down a Dirty Dog up in Austin, and that's a big hit to the rock scene in Austin.
Dirty Dog?
Dirty Dog.
I never went there, but, it sounds like a spot.
Yeah, it was on 6th Street, and for a while... metal bands and rockers had a spot on 6th Street. That was their scene. It was the place that let them come in and be them and jam the fuck out, and it looked rocker, like the
Dirty Dogs was the scene.
Huh?
That was like the Cine El Rey equivalent or whatever you were saying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because it was that place. Because Cine is that place that allows anybody to play in their venue.
Yeah.
You see, and a lot of venues don't let rock and metal play there. Especially on 6th Street when you got a bunch of these what I like to call hood rats or or any of that shit that go out there are gold diggers, all those fucked up type of people that go to these clubs that's all they want. They want that music that's doom 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 all night long.
Yeah.
And every now and then you'll find some cool places like Emos.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been to shows at Emos.
Yeah, and like Stubbs Barbecue and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
So I've been to Stubbs too.
You know, and they do that, and then you got places for like the black metal place, which black metal people, which is Elysium. It used to be Atomic Cafe, and then it changed to Elysium.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually right there by Stubbs. It's like right after Stubbs.
I probably went there because I went to a Under Oath Dance Gavin Dance show.
Yep, it was definitely there.
Yeah, and like right after the show, we went bar hopping like close by, and yeah, that's cool. Black metal. Yeah, it's cool that they have a spot in Austin too.
Yeah, and the thing is that they'll never shut it down. They'll never shut down live music in Austin. This is why, because Austin is known as the live music capital of the world for a fucking reason. You wake up at 8 a.m, go walking down 6th Street, you're gonna see somebody jamming. Walk down Congress, you're gonna see somebody jamming. Walk down Manchac, you're gonna see somebody. Slaughter Lane, Canyon Lake, any of those, you're gonna see people jamming.
Yeah.
On the streets, in a bar, in a coffee shop, somewhere there's music always to be seen in Austin.
Yeah.
Always. They'll never shut that down. They've tried it. They've been trying that since the 60s.
Why would they try it though? I mean,
because there's a lot
that's like one of the biggest attractions to the fucking spot.
But that's why.
People don't give a fuck about the political shit.
But that's why, because you got a lot of these older people. I won't say what people call them, but older people from a certain older generation.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And they have this piss poor attitude about live music. You see, my neighbor Rick here, he's one of those people. Like, he will not, like, he refuses to let me play live music here in my apartment.
Does he watch the show?
Right? And then he'll knock on my door. He'll tell me, I'm gonna call the cops. Shit like that. And it's not even past curfew time of playing, you know. Mm-hmm. But it's whatever with that. But I get it. He's got his story, and I respect it. You know, he's a veteran, and he's got his issues, and I respect the shit out of that. You know.
You're gonna trigger the PTSD, bro.
Yeah.
The music you want to play here.
So I respect that. I'm like, cool. You know.
I'm sorry. I gotta clarify. I'm not making fun of PTSD. It's cool.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, I just respect it. You know, but you get those people that they just like, I freak out when I meet people who tell me.
I get it.
That's people who say they don't like music. I'm like, wait, you don't like certain genres? No, I don't like music. Period. My brain doesn't work that way. Like, I literally start to have a fucking stroke. I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? You don't like music? Like, everybody loves music. It's music. Some kind of. Like, what the fuck do you mean by you don't like music? Like,
I want to see what this person looks like, because I've never heard that, but I feel like that does exist.
It's got to, if this guy says it. I mean, there's got to be more people.
But I mean, as like, is that South Texas where they said that?
Yeah, it was actually in McAllen.
McAllen.
You're like,
fucking McAllen.
McAllen.
Hey, search up McAllen diss on YouTube. You know, you'll find the context of why I feel this way. Yeah. Dude, yeah, like fucking, I've never heard that. That's crazy to me. Because fucking South Texas is like rich fucking music. Like,
oh, indeed.
I got a famous coworker that does like, it's not even my type of music, but he's a famous, I don't even know, like, what's that guy's name? Ariel Camacho? He's a Mexican singer, but he does that style of music.
Yeah.
And he's big, like all like South Texas to Houston. Yeah. This guy is big, and he's my coworker.
Oh, badass.
So like, I mean, that's how close music is. I'm friends with Jay. He's fucking all over the place.
You should tell him to hit me up. I'll put him on here.
You put him on. I'll fucking tell him. Yeah.
Yeah, tell him hit me up. I'll bring him on. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but he's not rock. He's like, I'm saying.
It doesn't matter. But that's the thing. The beauty of Jackal's Corner is exactly that. There is no judgment. Everybody is welcome. Everybody, because I'm a person who, I love music. These guys know, they've heard my playlists, and it goes crazy as hell. I'll go from freaking rap to Tejano to country to rock to metal to black metal to classical to instrumental. I just love music, period. And anybody who is willing to put music out there, I am willing to give them a spotlight to put that music out there.
Yeah.
I don't care. And that's the thing that I want to keep with this, is that people feel comfortable to come in, no matter what they are. Even if they're a poet or a writer or an artist or a business owner or whatever. If it revolves it with local, you're welcome on my show.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, his name is Juan Moya, and his group is called Las Cuerdas. Mm-hmm. So I mean, maybe someone's heard of him, but yeah, he's real big, and you know, and I'm just trying to relate like how close music is to everywhere. Like I'm way out there, and I got a famous like musician working right next to me. Yeah, and like we all got to work, right? Because I mean, music doesn't always pay all the bills. We all know that. But, facts. Yeah, so like to hear someone say like they don't like any music, like that's kind of crazy to hear. Like down here anyway. Maybe if you're like somewhere else, I mean, maybe there's other things.
Anywhere it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like I don't like to judge people, but that's fucking weird.
Yeah, that is weird. That's what I'm saying. I want to see what this person looks like. Maybe they fucking. I mean. What do you do? Yeah. Maybe they don't have ears. Maybe they're deaf. Maybe they're a deaf person, right?
Well, if they were a deaf person, they wouldn't have heard me say, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
True. No, I have a deaf friend. He loves XXX Tentacion, and he's deaf.
Yeah.
And XXX. Well, I mean, I don't know. He's not very popular because he's got a bunch of problems, and he's dead. But like he's very heavy bass, so maybe that resides with like the deaf people because. Yeah. You know Ruan, right? Yeah. Ruan, right? Yeah, he's deaf and he fucking loves XXX. Yeah,
I get it.
He's very heavy bass stuff. So, I mean, even with the deaf, the music resides, and he's Mexican, and he relates to XXX Tentacion, who he's never heard in his fucking life.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing is, it's just that shit freaks me the fuck out. I'm like,
yeah,
okay, bro, you just gave me an aneurysm.
You got to get away from those people.
Yeah, well, I did. I never talked to that guy again. And freaking like, nah, bro, it's not good. He was actually riding with that guy, and he pulled into a store, and I got out. I was like, nah, man, it's okay. I'll walk all the way back to Mission from McAllen, bro. So it's all good, bro. I got this. And I'll
that guy was gonna murder you, bro. That guy was gonna dump you somewhere.
I was like, it's okay, bro. I'll walk all the way to Mission, and I got my music that I'll listen to because I like music. The fuck, man. That's like that just doesn't make sense to me. That just does not. That's like a dude saying I don't like blowjobs. Like, what the fuck?
Controversial opinion. I don't think blowjobs are the best thing. That's me. They're good.
They're not, but you're not going to turn one down.
I'm not going to turn one down. No.
See? That's what I'm fucking saying.
My DMs are... Hey, Jay, link my DMs.
You're going to get that guy that didn't like music hit you up. Hey.
Okay. No, I don't know. Yeah, what was it? What the fuck were we talking about? Blowjobs. Yeah, blowjobs are not my favorite thing. Segue. Blowjobs.
Same.
Yeah. Shit, what were we saying? I had a point to make somewhere there. I like totally got caught up.
5x5s are kicking your ass.
Yeah, they are. I'm on my third 5x5. Shout out to 5x5. Want to clink it? Oh, that's nice. This is the brunette. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That one's like up there at the 8%. No?
Yep.
Yeah.
8.6, 8.9, something like that.
2 Bud Light, 2 Chingazo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've had about 3 of them already. Finished the whole pack almost.
I love it when people tell me, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking check these 5x5s. Oh, I got it." I'm like, "Nah, man, easy." They're like, "Nah, bro, I could drink a whole fucking 12-pack of Bud Light." I'm like, "Yeah, and so can my baby granddaughter." And your points, like.
I don't know, man. That's pretty tough. A 12-pack of Bud Light, that's pretty tough, man.
I don't know.
That's the toughest guy in town for sure. That's Jay Muñiz right there. Jay Muñiz chugging a 12-pack of Bud Light. on his way to work.
He would. Nah, dude. I've gotten to know this guy so well that I know when he's drunk.
How do you know when he's drunk?
So he has a telltale sign when he's drunk. He will come up to me and say, "Hey, man,
his
can
head
I have
becomes
a cigarette?" And then I know he's drunk. I'm like,
I believe it because I feel like I've heard him be like, I'm not gonna generalize pot smoker. I'm not a pot smoker, and maybe y'all are pot smokers. But there's a thing pot smokers generally do where they're like, "Fuck tobacco, bro. Fuck, that's bullshit. That's cancer." But I mean, James Muñiz is one of those guys that like he gets to that point. I feel like I've heard him give that speech about fuck tobacco, fuck that's cancer, bro. And then like you're just telling me he drinks a 12-pack and he's already like he's ready for that cancer, bro. He's smoking that shit.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. He has discipline with it too because he'll come to me fucked up, all right, and he'll only ask for one cigarette and not another one. He'll smoke one cigarette and then he's good, and that's usually like right before he's gonna leave the bar. He'll smoke one and then he's good. But yeah. But then again, yes, I am a fucking stoner, like a motherfucker, dude. Like I smoke fucking weed daily, all day, every day. If you couldn't tell with Scooby Doo.
Yeah, no, you remind me of my friend Eli. Y'all are very much alike. Well, I mean, it's too much to describe, but y'all are very much alike. You know? And yeah. So I mean, yeah, man, y'all got the positive vibes, long hair, the beard. You're both professionals at what you do. He's a professional EMT, but he's a stoner. Yeah. Till he dies. He's like stoned, saving someone's life and shit. Maybe I shouldn't have said his name. Fuck. I just said Eli, right? I won't say your last name. Fuck. I hope you're not hearing.
You just said it again, bro.
But I didn't say his last name, and that's what's important. Yeah, Eli the Fifth. That's
we could always edit that part right there.
This is live, bro.
Oh well, it's out there. Yeah, it's out there. But yeah, man. I mean, but yeah, I chief like a motherfucker. I hate pharmaceuticals. Hate them with a passion.
I've had problems with them in the past.
Yeah, and the reason is because of the fact that I've only seen harm come from them. I'm a person who I'm super sick, man. Like I'm sick as fuck. Like I said, I have lupus. And then on top of that, I've already had multiple heart attacks.
Multiple? Damn.
When I say multiple, I mean multiple.
More than 3?
Try more than 7.
Whoa.
I've already had 2 minor strokes. And all this. This is all because of stuff, like I said, I've been sick since I was born. Like, I stayed in the hospital for the first year of my life. So I've been sick forever. But I refuse to take all those pills they want to fucking pop into me and all that. Certain ones I'll take because I know I have to, blood pressure medicines and shit like that. I know I got to take that shit. So I take them. But all the other stuff that they give me, like pain pills and all that, fuck that shit, dude. I can smoke me a fucking fatty and feel fucking fine and still have a productive day. That's my issue with pharmaceuticals is that it does do that to you. It'll make you where you can't have a productive day. You're either too sleepy or you feel like crap. And what's the point of living if you cannot be productive? Really, honestly, if you're stuck in your home 24 hours a day and you can't enjoy life, that's misery, But pharmaceutical companies don't give a fuck. Their wallets are fat. They don't care. They're living a great life, Yeah. They don't care about Billy over here who has cancer and is totally miserable, and they charge way too fucking much for fucking chemo to save their life, and they don't care about that shit, and that's how come I tell people. I mean, herb dealers have had such a bad rap for so long because they get thrown in with all the other dealers. And the thing is that they are the true medical hero because they give herb, a natural substance that gives you all the benefits that these medicines give you with none of the side effects. It's beautiful.
Okay.
To a point. If you do it right, don't be one of those guys that from the time you fucking fall out of bed, you're just chief abusing it.
Yeah.
If you do it like how I do, I use it for medicine. Like when I wake up in the morning, I'll smoke me a joint, and then I won't smoke me another one until like 7, 8 o'clock at night, right before I eat dinner.
Yeah.
I truly use it for medicine, and that's one of the things I want to put out there. I want people to understand that it is a medicine.
Yeah.
And it does help with a lot of things. It helps with more things than you could ever imagine. And it's a thing that's really not going to harm your body in the way that, say, a Vicodin does, where you have to go get multiple blood tests and stuff to make sure your kidneys and livers are still functioning.
Yeah.
I look at that and I push for people to do that, but do it in a responsible way. Don't be some dude that just fucking does it just because you're gonna get fucking thrashed.
Yeah. Okay, I got a response, but can I go? I really got to fucking pee so bad.
Yes. Let's go to some music. Let's go with
I got a response to that though.
Okay, let's go with. All right, guys. So we took a little break right there. You guys got some live jams. I believe we got a 40 caliber Kiss on there, and then we followed that up with some Spoon Fed Love So Big. You guys get a chance, go check both of those bands out. Amazing fucking bands. So on top of that, so shout back out to 5x5 Brewery for providing all the good beers tonight. Also, thank you guys for that fucking awesome banner I got up there. Burnett Bombshell. It's actually one of my favorite 5x5 beers, other than the 40 millimeter. But all their beers are great. And for you guys who like seltzers, they do have seltzers. They have one seltzer, and it is fucking awesome. And I believe it stands at a strong 7 points. Also to Concert Culture, thank you for providing us with sound. Hit them up if you need them to run sound for you guys for any occasion. Hit them up. Snack Attack, thank you for the masks and the shirts. With that being said, let's get back into this podcast. So yeah, we left off talking about the benefits of herb, and you were gonna give your thing.
Yeah. So yeah, herb is like I'm totally cool with it. I have friends that smoke weed and like all day kind of stuff, but there's people like you that can work and like smoke weed.
Exactly.
There are other dudes that they smoke weed and then it's just like another reason. Like it's not a motivator. It's more like it's just kind of like all right, like I'm gonna chill. Like I'm not gonna do anything, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm not against weed for what I love. I smoked weed in high school. I don't not anymore, but I can't because of work. Yeah, like there. I don't know about the whole thing about gateway, but I mean, usually it does start with weed. Like I feel like back in like when I was in middle school, everyone was like weed, and then it's not enough for some people. They like need that next level high. They're like, oh, weed's is good. It's not the best one. What's the next level thing? Like, can I get a fucking perk? Can I get a fucking? I mean, me, I went up to Zan's. Like, well, I didn't go to Zan's like immediately, but I found out I had a problem, and then I got prescribed Zan's, and then I was like. Yeah. I found out I could mix Zans and alcohol, and man, I was like on some other shit for a while.
Yeah.
So I can see the slippery slope, but I respect weed. I respect it. I think most people are like you that you can smoke weed and still be productive and do shit.
Right.
But I feel like a lot of people don't have that self control.
Well,
so I'm not against it, but I do see like that most people are like they're just human. Yeah. Like they smoke weed. They're like, all right, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna fucking That's human to me.
Yeah.
So
you see, and the thing is that I've had a lot of people tell me like they with the gateway thing and all that, and the thing is that oh shit, come in.
All right. No.
So with it, it's like with that, you have to think of it in this term. I am a person who I smoked a little bit of herb, but I never really got into the way I am now with it. For many years, alcohol was actually my drug. Mm-hmm. Like that was the first thing I started was alcohol, and that's the thing is that I actually think alcohol is the major gateway. It is massively. There's kids that are 10 years old drinking right now that don't even know anything about herb at all. And majority of my friends that I know that smoke weed, that's all they smoke. They smoke weed. They don't drink. They don't smoke cigarettes. They don't do anything else. I have friends of mine that are stoners. These guys don't drink sodas, teas, nothing. They're all about natural into their body, and people like me, that's the reason I smoke it, because of it being natural. Like, I've smoked it for so long, I don't even get high anymore. I have to smoke a fuckload of weed to get high. It just takes care of the pain that I go through with my health. It allows me to eat Jay got to see firsthand what my lupus does to my body. Going up to Louisiana, I couldn't eat for nothing. Like I'd eat,
okay, yeah,
I'd
I
run
heard
to
of
the
that.
bathroom and I start throwing up and everything like that because my body just it just will not allow food in there because of my lupus.
Mm-hmm.
And if I smoke right before, it relaxes everything where I can eat and everything like that. And I think if a person's using it for stuff like that, that's a great thing. That's what it should be for. And that could be for anything. There's people who have social anxiety and they can smoke a joint and then they can go out and be productive. There's people that have PTSD and they smoke that and it relaxes that where they're not thinking of that stuff. There's people with depression that smoke it. And the fucking psychologists out there that say marijuana's a depressant, they are dumb motherfuckers because I have never seen a depressed fucking stoner. I have never. I see them happy and laughing at the dumbest fucking shit. It could be a fucking beetle running across the fucking sidewalk and they're gonna fucking laugh their ass off and be happy as fuck because they see this cute little beetle, you know. And the stigma with marijuana got put upon because of elite people not wanting that. They came out with a movie called Reefer Madness. This is the biggest piece of shit propaganda movie ever fucking made against marijuana. Okay, everybody in this room has been around stoners when they're high as balls. I have never seen a stoner try to rape somebody. I've never seen a stoner try to murder somebody. I have never seen that. Ever. Stoners are so fucking high, they're lucky if they get off their fucking couch. You know, much less try to rape or murder somebody. The only thing they're murdering is a fucking bag of Doritos. You know?
Yeah.
Straight up. You know, it is a very good thing because it does keep people calm. It does keep people peaceful. I've never seen stoners be fucking high as shit and get into a fight. They're too high. You know? They're too happy. You know? But but with anything, there is a bad part to it because there is people who abuse it. There is people that do stupid shit with it. Like, I'm old school. Give me some flour, I'm happy. I don't need all this fancy new technology shit that they're doing. Fuck that. Give it to me off the plant. I smoke it because it's natural. That's why. Why would I want man to fuck with it? You know?
Yeah. I think okay, like, so I'll give you like what I think. Like, I think usually, I'm not saying this to you, but like, maybe like people usually have like a deeper thing that they need weed. Like maybe not you have like a health reason to use it. But most people use it like to fill that void, you know, like they're like
for sure.
Fill the void. We all know the void. Fucking feels like shit. Like I always want to be chill, you know.
For sure.
I had a coworker that said like, you know how everyone has a beer at the end of the day? I was in the oil fields for a little bit. I had a coworker's like, they hired me. I told them I don't have a beer at the end of the day. I have a joint at the end of the day. They're like, all right, that's fine. They hired the guy.
Yeah.
You know, so like that's fine. You know.
Yeah.
But they're like I have friends that like they had problems. You know, like they were weed, and then they went up to the next level. They went to coke, and then you know like
yeah, for sure.
Coke with the fucking like I've had friends that do coke with Fent in it,
wow.
and you know
fentanyl.
Yeah, and like I feel like I have so many friends that do coke. You know,
yeah.
I feel like that's become part of the Valley culture too. I don't know if you noticed it, but
no,
that
big time.
And I don't like it. I don't like the new culture. And I'm not saying it's weed, but I'm just going into like how like the new culture is like fucking. I go work hard all week. I come back home and I get fucked up. I do coke all fucking weekend. I bang some fucking like some gold digging chicks, and then I go back and I work. And I do it all again the next weekend. I feel like that's what the Valley has kind of become. And I mean, it's kind of COVID right now, so maybe it's not as bad right now.
Yeah.
But I feel like I was seeing so much of that shit that I just don't fuck with it, man. I don't like any of that shit.
Yeah.
Big truck coming home, fucking paying your coke dealer all the money you made all weekend, and then fucking I mean, but it's all part of like somehow that's high status, fucking doing shit like that. That's high status shit.
Exactly.
And it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, we're like, come on, think about it for a second, you know?
And you know, and that's the thing, you know, I get a lot of people who tell me all the time, you're like, oh, you know, I got this stack of cash and I'm better than you. And I'm like, you know, the funny thing is that I'm broke as shit and I have more people who know me than you have that know you, and you have a stack of cash. You have to pay to have your friends. I don't have to pay to have mine. So who wins at the end?
Yeah.
Fuck that. You can't take your money with you. Nobody's going to remember that you were fucking rich. Nobody's going to remember that you drove a fancy car or had a big fucking house. They're going to remember what kind of person you were. And that's it. At the end of the day, you cannot take your materialistic things with you when you're gone.
For sure.
That's it. And all that's left is what type of person you were. That's why I make sure that I instilled that to both of my children. Is be who you are. Yeah. Fuck anything else. Fuck all that shit. Just be you, because at the end of the day, that's what people are going to remember.
That's a solid foundation. But what I'm saying is, like, these are, I don't know, maybe like a high is a temporary feeling. Like, yeah. I'm not saying the marijuana, but a marijuana high is a temporary feeling. Cocaine
all
high.
All of it is.
The cloud of being a fucking a foreman or whatever the fuck. Banging the chick with the fake tits is like, it's all temporary cloud. You feel real cool about it, like right now. It's all a temporary high. What's the solid foundation, you know? I feel like where are the solid foundations right now, you know? And you're saying you have one. That's great. Yeah. I just feel like I'm seeing a lot of like temporary highs everywhere.
And I see it all the time. And you mean, and then that's their biz. Well, you know, I don't fuck with other people's business. So we fucking A. That's your stack. That's your stack, and that's your life. That's your life. That's what you want. Fucking A, bro. I'll support you, but you know what? Don't fucking rain on my parade either. You know, don't step on my grind. You know, so I strongly believe in that. And that's why I say this is safe haven for anybody. I mean, be who you are. I strongly encourage being who you are. I'm a dude that's about to be 40 years old, and I still wear unicorn fucking onesies. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, be who you are, but then look at all these people. Like, okay, you heard about the chainsaw shit that happened downtown, right? Yeah, that was that guy being who he was. Yeah, and he's enforcing his will upon other people. Like, you know what I'm talking about, right?
That's the thing.
These guys were like they're like, we want police tact, right? That's all they were protesting for. Yeah. We want police tact, right? This guy's coming on to their shit like, hey, you fucking go home. Assuming they're going to do all this shit. They're just chilling. Right. So people can be who they are, but it's kind of like some people are imposing wills, you know? Like, exactly. They're not fucking...
You also have to look at it like this. I look at it like this. I still say be who you are, but there is a consequence to you being who you are. No matter who you decide to be, there will be a consequence to it, whether it will be people liking who you are or whether it's you being a bad fucking person. You have to suffer that consequence, and you have to pay it up. You have to, if you're a person who sits there and does that and you get arrested for doing that, then own up to it. Be who you are. Be proud of what you fucking did and say fucking A, I fucking did it. I gotta own up to that fucking shit. There's too many people today that go out there and they do fucked up shit, and then they want to fucking cry in court and ask fucking no. Fuck that. My dad used to tell me one thing, and I stick to it to this day, and it's what kept me out of jail. Fuck yeah. You do the time, you do the crime, you do the fucking time. Straight up. People fucking always do that. You know, I'm a guy, if I'm walking down the street to go to Walmart and I have fucking weed on my pocket and I get busted, I'm owning up to that. I'm going to be like, yeah, I fucking got that. That's mine. I fucking smoke weed. Okay. If I go to jail, I go to jail. I knew the crime. I knew I was breaking the law, and I still did it. Therefore, you got to own up to that shit. If I come out here and I say I'm a person all about everybody being themselves, I got to own up to that. If people don't like it, oh well, I'm sorry, but I'm a person who says be you, but own up to it. Don't be that person that says, oh, this is what I'm about, and then when shit gets hot, be like, no. Fuck that. Then you're not being you.
Yeah. I respect that, because that's like, because that's nonviolent shit. That's just you, like, against, the state or whatever. But there are people that are like, like the chainsaw guy. Who knows if we would have swung on someone and fucking cut them up. Yeah. That's like, there are people that are like, out there. Yeah, they're fucking crazy motherfuckers out there, dude. Oh, a lot. And, I don't know. Whenever all that bullshit was popping off, I was not about the looting. Yeah. I was like, but motherfuckers have the right to go and protest, dude. You can't. You do. You can't go and shut them down,
It's in our constitution.
And I unfriended so many people. I really had to get off Facebook, dude. It was so fucking toxic, dude.
Oh, Facebook.
And I was so surprised. I was like, man, I thought born people were like me, you know, like I thought I had like chingos of friends that were like, oh, you know, people have the right to fight for their freedoms, but no, apparently people are really with the state, you know, like people that are Republican who are supposed to be against the state, you know, being so powerful, they're like, no, fuck yeah, you don't go against the state, asshole. You don't fucking do that shit. It's like, what the fuck? This is literally what republicanism is about like, hey, you don't fucking impose on my rights, motherfucker. Like, we have the right to be treated like correctly by police and all this shit.
But that's the thing is this, okay? You see, before, maybe when George Jr. was in office, a Republican would have acted that way. But right now we have a Republican who is Donald Trump. And Donald Trump is a guy who makes everything seem bad that is against him. And when you do that, you have people who support you. Say, for instance, the people who follow you.
My whole family is Trump, motherfucker.
Yeah, so. But like, say people who follow you, right?
Okay.
In your music, right? They're chilling out, right? They're chilling out in the crowd, right? And somebody starts talking mess on you, right? That person's gonna jump their shit and be like, "No, fuck that shit. I know that guy. He's fucking awesome."
Fuck yeah, I love that. I love that.
So with Trump's supporters, that's how they are.
Yeah.
They see this guy and he's saying everything that they've always wanted to say, but it was wrong for them to say. And now he's saying it so it allows them to say it. And they're loving it. They're blind right now because they're able to see it. I was telling Jay earlier, they are so blind with their hate that they can't even see the truth of what's really fucking happening right now. They're about to be those guys that you know, you're in the dark, you bend over, and all of a sudden you're like, whoa, shit, what's that in my ass? You know, that's about to happen right now to all of America because people aren't seeing it. And it's not just Republicans though. It's Democrats too. See, Democrats are throwing their shit and Republicans are throwing their shit so much that people aren't able to see what's really fucking going on. And so much so.
It's a big haze, to be honest. It's confusing. Because sometimes I find myself like, oh yeah. And then sometimes I'm like, nah. You know, I'm more like, nah, like what the fuck? But I feel like sometimes I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, don't control free speech. Like, yeah, because I feel like a lot of the left tries to do that, control free speech. And I don't know if that's true, but like, they'll jump on you for saying the wrong thing. And sometimes you don't know you're saying the wrong thing. And people don't like to be jumped on when they don't know that they're doing anything wrong. They're just like, what the fuck are you doing?
But that's the thing is that's the extremes, you see? And that's the thing is
the extremes are confusing.
Left, you have extreme right. And those are the people that are fucking shit up. They're the ones that are the extreme lefts, extreme rights.
Extreme right is Nazis, extreme left is communists. So it's kind of like it's kind of like what the fuck. I feel like I'm on the side of logic where I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
That's the thing though, is that Donald Trump is about to pull the biggest fucking holy shit communist move ever.
Which is
this. They already asked him if he loses the election. If he loses,
okay, yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
And he said, then we're gonna take it to the Supreme Court. I ain't leaving because then it's wrong. We need to remove ballots and just leave it in office like it is. See, that's the first start of communism. It's a dictator saying, this is what you're gonna do, and all this. And all this time, all these people were saying little old Bernie Sanders was a communist. We don't want him because he's a communist. And this guy is doing so many communist things. If you've really sat down and that's why I tell people, don't think Republican. Don't think Democrat. Think human.
Think logically.
Yeah. You hear the shit that this guy spouts. Like, dude, my little sister is 8 years old. Autistic as hell. Nonverbal autistic. And she hates that guy. He comes on TV and it just irritates her because she even gets it. She's like, something's wrong with this guy. You know, my cousin who has Down syndrome straight out said that. Watching it, he was like, I'm not smart, but that guy's not right. You know? And they get this. They see it. They're like, wait a minute.
Can I tell you something? I think you want to know what I think his appeal is to the common man, because I feel like it's the common man nowadays. It's like maybe they're not a racist, but he seems, and I'm not vouching for him, but he seems like a person, you know? He seems like a regular guy off the street that just got the presidential job. He's like, oh, no, we're going to do this. And then he fucks up. He's like, no, that's not right. And that's what a regular guy would do. You know, he'd probably fuck up and be like, and they're like, he's just a regular guy. Like, you know, he's like me and all this shit. Yeah. And I think that's what people really see.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what people really relate to.
But that's the thing, though, is this.
And then, I got a whole nother thing.
Even if that makes me more angry if they think of it like that and allow him to still stay in. Because you know why? Because of this. There is billions of people relying on his decisions. We cannot have a person that is in office that says, you know what? I fucked up.
No, but he doesn't. No, but he doesn't do that.
No, he doesn't. He blames on everybody else.
Yeah.
He shifts it to everyone else.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, though, is that this isn't working at Teleperformance as a telemarketer. This is the president of the United States, the most powerful fucking man.
Yeah.
You know.
Besides Big Pharma and the oil rigs.
Yes. Besides,
well, yes. he is big companies. He's all about the money.
Yeah,
so
he is.
That's what I don't get. Is like, why would you? Like, he is the company's like personified. He is a. You know
I saw this meme and it just made me fucking laugh so hard. It was a meme. It says I find it funny Hispanics once they make $50,000 a year, all of a sudden they're a Trump supporter. Yeah, and it's fact, man. It's fact.
Well, that's all the oil field workers are like totally for him. The valley is oil field work, bro. There's no goddamn jobs here.
Yeah,
they are. That's why you see so much of it. I don't hate, dude, because I got family that's all about it. Yeah. I just think they just don't understand, you know. And I don't want to downplay them like they're dumb, but like I just don't think they think far enough. They don't think about the systemic shit that's going on.
But understand this too is this: I will never ever call a person that is Trump supporting stupid, because we all have been blinded by a president. We all have. Everybody has been blinded by a president. Everybody wants to believe that their vote mattered. Everybody wants to believe that the person that they voted for is actually going to own up to what they say they're going to do. But the whole thing is this. So many fucking people vote Democrat and Republican and they don't even understand. Like, I have over 70% of my people that follow me on Facebook didn't even know that there was a Green Party. Didn't even know they had another choice other than Republican and Democrat. And the whole point behind that is that Republicans and Democrats don't want that to be heard. Yeah. They don't want to know that there is a person who thinks about them. This girl, Jo Jorgensen, is 100% funded by people. 100%. This chick never done politics. This chick was a teacher in several fucking big Ivy League schools, teaching about this stuff, teaching about how to build stuff, teaching all this stuff. This girl is knowledgeable about what needs to happen, and she knows how to do it where we're not stretching our budget, where we're not breaking our bank. And that's what we need. We don't need somebody that's in there saying, okay, we're going to throw all this money out and we'll figure it out later how
but we're going to But that's Democrat shit also. That's Democratic as fuck to throw all the money out.
Wait,
that's like, because that's like to help out the people, but he wants to help out the companies and shit.
Yeah, and that's the thing is this chick is a person who, like, she says, okay, like Sanders' whole thing of free college, you know, that's cool with her, but she's like, you got to earn that thing, you know. If we give it to you and you're fucking up, then we take it away. Mm-hmm. You know, give it to the people who really want to fucking go to school, who really want to do good.
That's the thing. Also, is like well, that's not the thing, but at 18, like, it's. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do. Now I'd be now I can look back and be like, oh, I should have, done this.
Well, yeah, you know, but
18 is like a weird age, you know.
But that's the thing.
College should be like a later thing, honestly.
It honestly, and that's the thing. That's why a lot of colleges understand if you say when you leave school you're going to take a 2-year break. But this is the reason why people encourage you to go right after. Is because the longer you wait, the more relaxed your brain gets. Yeah. Harder for you to receive shit.
Dude, I went back to school at 24, and I finished like a year ago.
You see, people who, that's the point behind it, is that we need to get into a point where it's something that is going to benefit the American people in general, not just benefit the rich or just benefit the middle class or just benefit the poor. All of America. Because in order for us to rise, we got to rise together. You know?
Yeah, no, for sure. I said that since the beginning when, like, in 2016, I was still in EMT, and I was like, I had coworkers that were like, nah, Trump, fuck you, like, jail. They're like, fuck you. I'm like, hey, bro, like, can't you see it's already working on you? I was like, can't you see that? And he's like, yeah, the point is to divide and conquer. It's so easy to divide a conquered state. Like, for now, like, if we were to enter a civil war, like, fucking China's got it all together because they're, they're not, what is it? They're fucking authoritarian, so like they can come, they're already together. I feel like we can be conquered by China any day, because we're so divided. I want to be friends with my friends that are like all about all this shit, but they're against me for like thinking. I feel like I'm thinking logic. I had this conversation with my friend the other day. I'm like, bro, am I the only logical one left? Like, what the fuck happened to everyone? Everyone's like, oh, you did? Oh, you fuck you. Like,
and this is the thing. I have a lot of people on my Facebook page that are Trump supporters. I still have them on my page.
Yeah,
let me tell you something. I don't use this word, but for a person, but I will say I hate that man, like with a passion, because I see what he doesn't care of his word. He doesn't care the effect that he's bestowing upon it. Like I said earlier, words are power.
Yeah. And
the words that he uses are very powerful words. Well, and he doesn't make any excuse for it. And he just...
I don't hate him. I'm not going to lie. I don't hate him. Because I think he's just a regular guy. But, okay. All right. I don't think he's a regular guy. Because he knows more or less what he's doing. But the thing is that, like what people use him as, he's like a weapon somehow. He's like, fuck you. You fucking...
I see that too. I do.
And I think he doesn't realize it. Like, he's just like, he's allowing all this shit. Like, whenever there was like some kind of KKK march, with the little tribal sticks. When was that? Like in, you know what I'm talking about? There was that one city where they were all marching with the lights, and they were like, "Hey, you gonna denounce them? Or you gonna say like fuck those guys or anything?" He's like, "Nah, like they're he didn't have no problem. He didn't denounce him. He's not like, fuck that. I don't need that kind of support. He'll take any support he can get. He doesn't care who he gets it from.
He doesn't.
And that's the problem. Is like you gotta make your stances. And he's not a guy. He's like, oh, okay, like if I let you say this, you'll be on my side. Okay, yeah, fuck yeah, do whatever you want. Like,
it goes back to the guilty by association.
Yeah.
And the thing is this.
He had no problem denouncing Mexicans. Like they're all rape, all the illegals. Yeah. They're not all rape. Some of the motherfuckers just want to work. And I get it. We can't handle everyone. That's fine. I get that. That's why there's a system in place. But you have no problem calling everyone that comes across a rapist or some shit.
Well, yeah, but this is also...
But you don't have you can't fucking denounce KKK motherfuckers, Like, what's up, dude? What's up?
But this is the thing. His big thing with immigration is like, you just can't come over here. But this is the thing. Cubans are able to come over here.
Mm-hmm.
If they get in their boat and they make it across and they touch land here in America, they're here.
Yeah.
But our fellow country, Mexico, it's so hard for them to come here. I know because my brother-in-law is from Mexico. He did it the right way the second time he got caught.
The 10-year way?
He has to look. So this is the thing. My mom, just for him to get an application in, to get a somewhat of a approval to come over here, she had to pay $30,000.
Yo, yeah,
$30,000.
I know a lady with that same story.
And you have a probationary period. So during that time, they could say, "Oh no, we're not going to let you go," and they could keep that $30,000.
Yeah. Yeah, I know a lady with the same story. So I'm an EMT. We take this lady. I won't say her name. I don't think I know her name. But like, so we take her husband.
Rules, you can't say the name anyway.
We take her husband to like doctor's appointments, whatever. He's an American citizen. So she married this guy. She thought he did. She thought she did. She didn't really marry him. He had another wife, and he never actually divorced her. But she's been here for like fucking 30 plus years. So she doesn't want to do all this shit. So she's like, you know what? Just lawyer up. and she every time we take her, she's like, yeah, like I did this like 10 years ago. And I paid. She said 30 grand, like something like a shitload of money, maybe 13. Yeah, like 13 grand maybe. And it didn't work. So she kept the lawyer and whatever the application department kept all her cash. This time she's doing it again. I think this is the third time. And you know what she does to make that money? She fucking sells like buñuelos.
Yeah.
That's a fuck ton of buñuelos to make thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like I like, dude, yeah. Like, you know, it's a hard system to get past. You know,
it is.
Why do Cubans get the fucking pass? You know, why don't?
Yeah. You know, and the thing is that the whole reason they put that up was because of Castro, and they were in tyranny. People in Mexico are in tyranny. People in El Salvador and all these places, they're in tyranny right now. Fucking
Mexico's still in tyranny, bro.
Yeah,
so they decapitation videos last week.
So
you know?
So if they're on our Statue of Liberty, it says that for them to come to us. It's on our fucking Statue of Liberty. The thing that shines so bright to show freedom. This is the thing that Cubans used to look for. This is the thing that immigrants looked for, was for that Statue of Liberty, because they knew when they got there, it was freedom. And now it's to a point where these guys are being thrown in prisons. These guys are being treated like shit. Dude, a friend of mine that lives out in freaking Florida, he was telling me that he got jumped, beat up by white guys for being a Mexican. He was born here. This man served in the United States military, and he was beat up for being Mexican. For being Mexican? Are you fucking out of your mind? Seriously.
Yeah. We're like most. I think we're like almost the damn majority. I'm not even.
Yeah.
Like, I think we're almost the majority.
I'm like, but this is the thing. I say this, and any of my listeners listen to this, get offended, I'm sorry, but this is me. I believe this. If you do not like the fact that other cultures of any race or any culture that is in here, then do not partake in any of their festivities. Do not partake in their foods. Do not partake in anything that is them, because if you do not like that person, you do not like that race, you should have nothing to do with any of that. There's too many people who sit there saying, send them back, Cinco de Mayo, oh, fucking tacos and margaritas. You know, fuck that, you know? Yeah. You don't like them, then don't celebrate anything about them. You know, there are so many good people in this country that are immigrants. This country was founded with immigrants. Like, how the fuck are you going to say that when that's like nobody here is?
I got a kind of a weird story. So maybe like 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, I'm walking my dog and it's pretty much getting dark, and I live on a ranch road. So I'm just walking, and I see a truck. It's a relative of mine. It's my uncle, and then he's with another relative of mine. I'm like, hey, what's up, uncle? And then my other relative, it's a she. She's like, oh, hey, jail. I thought you were a Muslim. I was about to pull out my gun and shoot you. I'm not even joking. She said it like a joke. She's like, I was about to pull out my gun and shoot you. I was like, oh my God. Like, I was like, oh my God, relative, what are you saying, dude? Come on.
Yeah.
And she said it as a joke. But then I remembered years back, me and that relative, I lived with her at her house, and it's like somewhere like in northern Texas. Mm-hmm. And she was friends with these people from A&M. Mm-hmm. They own a restaurant, and they're like Muslims. They sell kebabs. Kebabs are the Muslim people, right?
Yeah.
That make kebabs.
Yeah. And
she had them over at her house and shit. I was like, imagine, come on, you've had these, you know, people like this. Why would you say some shit like that?
Yeah, that's fucking
I mean, it's one thing to make a joke, but that's such a fucking like specific, like there's no like nuance to it, like a race, like that's just a straight up racist joke. Like, what the fuck?
Like,
I'm gonna
jokes in front of them, then.
yeah. I mean, there's, like I said, there's nuance. Like I can make a Mexican joke, like you're selling corn or some shit, you know, like But that was not what that was, and
that wasn't.
So I really like. I think like maybe these guys just don't think through what they say, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why I go back to like they're not dumb, but like maybe they don't think all the shit through. Like, hey, you know, like, do you know what these implications are? You know, like.
Exactly, and that's the thing, is that a lot of people need to start getting more informed.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing is that they're pushing so many things to keep your mind off of what's actually fucking happening, to be able to focus on any one particular thing. Yeah. You know, every day you turn on the news and it's another fucking thing happening, another fucking thing. You know, one thing that set me off massively with Trump is that they were talking to him about these fires that happen every year so far on the West Coast.
I heard that. I heard that talk.
And this fucking guy straight up said,
it's gonna get cooler.
Well, no. Oh, before that, he said something even more dumb than, holy fuck.
What?
This fucking guy said straight out, it's not global warming that's starting the fires. He says the trees dry up and fall down and they burst into flames, explode.
Uh-huh.
Just burst.
Okay. So I do know the thing about the trees. I don't know if they don't burst into flames, but they are very flammable. I'll say that.
Yeah, well,
like it was like some immigration stuff that like from like 200 years ago they brought all these trees.
Yeah.
That are very flammable. So they are flammable trees. That doesn't mean they fucking just erupt into.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the goddamn gender party reveal shit that like set it off.
But so that's the thing, is that every year this happens. Every year.
You can't. Yeah.
You get these things, and it's because of global warming. It's too hot. It catches shit on fire. Yeah. That's all it is. You know. Well, and he's like, no, it's not global warming. Global warming's not real. It's not real.
Yeah.
It's the trees exploding. I'm like, sure. That's what it is. Let's go back to fucking Lord of the Rings, why don't we?
Yeah.
You know? What the fuck? I swear. When he said that, he just reminded me of one of those fucking guys that play LARP, that go LARPing and live in their mom's basement and like, don't mess with my Britney Spears album. You know? Shit like that. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I totally see that when every time he talks, I'm like, bro, did they let the kindergarten kid talk today? What the fuck?
Maybe he's misinformed, dude. Maybe he's a. I feel like I'm coming to his defense. I'm not, but like the guy's obviously not that fucking smart. How do we know he's not being masterminded by someone that's like way smarter than him? You know,
he's definitely not the smartest. That's definitely fucking true.
Like I read something today about how like the head of the EPA was a goddamn coal mining lobbyist. And it's like, what the fuck, like, dude. There's some chemical in something they're about to do that harms young brains or something. I don't want to quote it because I can't quote the source that I read it from, but there's something there's some kind of chemical in the air that harms it stunts young brain growth, and the EPA denied it, even though scientists are saying like, hey, dude, like, this chemical that you're about to release is it stunts brain growth, and they're like, nah. The EPA, which is this coal mining lobbyist guy, he's the one that's saying like, nah. Yeah, but no shit, that guy's gonna say that because he's all about the fucking cash. So
you know that would be like the equivalent of going to a doctor and telling the doctor, oh, hey, you know, does this medication actually cause all these side effects?
And he's the goddamn big pharma trying to sell it to you.
Yeah,
and shit,
you know, that's the same thing as like going to your fucking drug dealer and being like, hey, man, I heard this coke was laced with fentanyl. Nah, man, you good. Yeah. It's the same shit, man. Fuck that, dude. Nah, you see, the thing is that
he has people around him that are way smarter than him. As far as this is what I'm thinking, that are just manipulating his ass.
I honestly,
they tell him that the trees burn by themselves.
I honestly, I want to believe that because
I'm not a defender of Trump whatsoever, but people believe this guy.
Is that I've wanted to believe that because I've even told my wife that I think that the things that Trump does and says, I don't think it's
they're
him.
Dumb as shit. They're not a smart person.
I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you exactly the fucking name that is the man behind all the fucking strings, Mitch McConnell.
Oh yeah, that guy's a piece of shit. The turtle.
Yeah, I fucking hate that fucking turtle-looking motherfucking Franklin motherfucker.
Yeah, I hate that guy too. He was against 9/11 responders getting fucking healthcare and shit.
Yeah.
He was the one holding the bill back. Yeah. Who was the guy that ran the Daily Show?
Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart had to go and fight for them in court.
Yeah.
And he was the one calling Mitch McConnell, and there was like a whole special about this on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
And it was on Comedy Central because he has the connects to get that. It wasn't meant for that. This should have been like an ABC kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like he had to show like, hey, these Republicans that act like they give a fuck about first responders, look at this. They don't give a fuck about 9/11 responders, which are like some of the most important first responders in history, in the history of the U.S. and shit. Like,
yep.
Like,
which, speaking
you don't
of
give
Daily,
a fuck about them. Like, even now, they're still having trouble and shit.
Which, speaking of Daily Show, anybody watching this, tag Trevor Noah in this and let him know. Fucking A, Trevor Noah, you get tagged in this, I fucking watch Daily Show every fucking day because of you. I fucking love you. Fucking keep your good shit going, man. Trevor Noah, you're my fucking hero, bro. Dude.
Trevor Noah's funny.
He is, and I
don't have
that
cable,
guy.
so I don't watch him. But
well, you can see him on YouTube.
Yeah.
As soon as it finishes there, he uploads it to his Trevor Noah YouTube channel.
I gotta pee again.
Go for it. So we're gonna go to some music real quick. Let's put on some Perfused. I think Drama Party will be a good song to put.
What's up, man? Can Danny start?
Yes, sir.
And I saw the podcast.
Thank you, man. Thank you. What's up, Steven?
What's All right, guys. So we are back from our break. We are still chilling with our homeboy over here today, JL. But yeah, man. So let's get into talking about these movies and stuff that you've been doing and stuff that you've been doing with that. So what's up with that, man?
Well, about a year ago, I mean, I've always been into movies, but about a year ago, one of my friends was like, "Hey, me and this other guy want to do like a movie competition." And like I used to always do skits like back in high school. I have some dumb stuff I could show y'all later, but like we used to always do skits. So like as soon as he said that, I got excited. I was like, "Yeah, dude, let's do it. Like let's do it." Like I wanted to get everyone in on it, you know. So we started a competition called the RGV Film Race.
Oh yeah, I've actually heard about that.
Yeah. So yeah, like we just try to get everyone in Rio like to like join up, make movies. And it didn't really happen for the first like few months, but we would like sponsor it ourselves. Then Oscar Gonzalez, who's also sponsored by 5x5, I think for a little bit, he started sponsoring us. Like, hey man, have it here at the bar. Like we'll make it a competition. Like I'll pay and we'll make it like entry free. Like pretty much there won't be an entry fee. So just to get people to come out, and we got more people coming out, and pretty much our last competition was in March, which is when COVID hit, and yeah. So we haven't had competition since then, and actually we haven't. The guys really don't respond to me anymore. But once this thing is over, I'm very hopeful that we can get people back in on it, and that's why like I'm out here today. I want to like promote that a little bit. I want like people to come out and like, hey man, like you got a cell phone. You need an editing software. You can find one for like free somewhere, and just make a movie, dude. Like you can do it like so quick. You got a couple friends, like you can make a movie. And
yeah,
I mean, I've done it. I have friends that we like. He hit me up. He's like, "Hey, can you help me out?" I was just an actor in his video, and he knocked one out like in 2 hours.
Definitely, man. Hey, one guy you might want to hit up. He's on Facebook. He goes by on Facebook by Bob Brown.
Bob Brown.
Yeah, hit him up. This guy's a film fanatic, man. Like he actually has a show on Titan Radio called the Know It All Film Guy. I believe that's what it's called. Movie guy or something like that. And this guy knows everything about film. He loves film. He would be a good guy to get on your side to get people in there. A lot of people listen to him, and he's a cool cat, man. Like I don't know if you remember that whole thing that happened here on this side of the valley with that stupid chick that fucking lost her shit and got this art taken off of this school door. They did this guy did an art piece out of a book that the school issued them to read and told him to do art out of it. And he did this, and this lady, because she was Christian, lost her shit because he did the gates of hell type thing, and they lost their shit. So they pulled that off, and this guy Bob Brown ended up putting on a benefit show to raise money for art supplies for these kids to be able to do art and
I remember
stuff like that. Mm-hmm. That's an amazing thing. I was talking to Jay earlier about that, about how you use the power that you have, and a lot of people won't use it the right way. Like I'm a person who, I have a platform right now. I have a camera and I have a way of doing a YouTube channel to go out to the world, and I could do anything I want to with that, but I choose to give local people a spotlight to be on that, because I know the draw that I bring. I know the people who follow me, and I'd rather give that to them, because it's everything to me. It's whether it's film, whether it's artists, or whether it's whatever. If it's local, it's beautiful.
Fuck yeah.
And I want to support that 100%. So you get that going, let me know. And I am telling you here and now, I will put you on as one of the sponsors 100% free. I will just promote that for you for free.
Nice, dude.
I believe in that. I believe that things like that need that help, because it's getting it out there more. I don't believe in charging people for that, and there's no need for that. We're trying to all build each other up.
And deliver that gamer girl water, dude.
And that's it. So yes, yes. What's this about gamer water?
I really don't want to talk about that. I read. You'll see eventually. But pretty much, like, yeah, dude. I've always supported local music. Shout out to the Midnight Season. Shout out to Jay Muiz.
Yeah.
These are all guys that I came. The fucking Christian Chapa. That guy's always supported. Country Gutter Records. They're from my town. They're not my style of music, but those motherfuckers have always been consistent. Killer Skill. All those guys, dude. Fucking love these guys. Like they're my people. They're around me. We don't always work together. Maybe sometimes we bump heads and we're not always like, you know, on the same page. But I've always supported local music. They drop some shit. I'm sharing that fucking shit. I'm liking it. I'm commenting on it. I'm giving it that bump to like give it the spread. You know, like if I come out to the Valley, there's one of my favorite bands in the Valley was called The Valley. And I fucking love those guys. I would buy their merch and shit.
I know everybody in the Valley.
Yeah, like, but they broke up because, you know, I fucking love those. Away. I love those vatos, you know. So those guys are the shit. I fucking love Valley Band. I'm all about the core scene ever since I was in high school. So like, and one of my this guy I'm not really friends with anymore. He showed me the scene, and I fucking love the scene. The scene was like a special place to me. I'd come out here, have a fucking good time with $10. Yep. Fucking $5 to get in. I mean, I didn't drink back then, but like $5 to get in, $5 to eat after the show.
Yep.
I was all about it, man. I fucking love this scene.
Man.
It sucks that maybe it's not as strong as it used to be, but I'm all about it. If you're out here, I'm out here and I'll support you. I'll go listen to you. I go to the fucking, you know, Avenue 1704, even though I think it closed down. But I would go to the shows there. I would go to Thirsty Monkey. There's yeah. Who's that guy? Gabe fucking. That motherfucking lead singer of anybody know Gabe Gauna?
Gabe Gauna?
Yeah, lead singer of I fucking love those guys too. Those guys go hard as fuck.
Isn't Gabe Gauna the vocalist for Lucid?
No,
Gabe Gauna. Oh man, I'm gonna be thinking about this all night now.
I'll find out right now afterwards. But I love local music. This is local shit. I'm all about it. Well, let's fucking talk about it.
Yeah,
it deserves to be talked about. We're a fucking very special culture of Mexican people that love fucking rock music. We love art, and yeah, man, I think it's the shit. So thanks for doing this podcast. Thanks for having me on. I know I'm just like a small little cog in the machine, but you know, I want to keep it moving. It's like a train, and I'm just like one of the wheels moving it.
You got to, man, and that's the beautiful thing is that it's. People need to understand that every single person in the scene matters. Everybody does. Whether and by the way, we were talking about the Valley earlier. I want to give a shout out. Rest in peace, Razor.
Yeah.
Fucking love you, brother. Mm-hmm. Rest in power.
R.I.P.
You know, yeah, man. That was a band that I really fucking loved. Was one of the first bands that I'm not supposed to get in mosh pits anymore. I have a defibrillator, you know, shit like that. They were one of the bands that I just cannot fight it. I had to get
so
into
hard,
the
dude.
pit. I had to,
dude,
and I love those guys.
We were gonna do in Rio Grande City. We were gonna do a rap versus rock show, and I was like, put me up against the goddamn Valley, bro. And I was like, I'm gonna make a song so hard that I can compete against these guys. And I was scared, but I put that pressure on myself. But then they went through their stuff, and yeah, so we couldn't do it. But I was so fucking hype. I wanted to do that show, like rap versus rock. And I was like, put me up against the Valley, because I know those motherfuckers are hype as fuck.
Definitely.
Like,
definitely, man.
I love those guys.
There's
Shout
so
out
many
to them.
badass bands. And right now, there's so much fucking bands that are so epic right now. Right now, if you are not going to local shows when they open, I don't know what the fuck you're doing with your time, because there is so much fucking talent in the Valley. I can't stress that enough. There's bands like Mind Over Matter, which go check them out on Facebook. Mind Over Matter, the O is a 0. Go check them out, man. These guys are fucking amazing out of Brownsville, Texas. Fucking amazing. Holy shit. Like, if you like Muse and you like Radiohead, you're gonna fucking love these guys, because they took those bands and said, oh, we can't do it? Boom, mash that shit up. And they even have a little bit of like old school used feel to them. Man, amazing fucking band. You got bands like the Perfuse that are just a powerhouse. Fucking Venomous that fucking go on there and just tear down the house. You got Avert Enemy. You got all these bands. Viberhaven. Jesus fuck. Their fucking guitarist has a fucking degree in music. Like, they are like fucking amazing bands.
Oh, what about this guy? This guy's one of the big motherfuckers too. The guy from Immortal Guardian, the one that was like the one that plays guitar and fucking like synth at the same time.
Yeah,
that guy's crazy. I saw that guy when I was a freshman in high school. They went to Rio Grande City and they played this little fucking barn. They just the guy. I was like, what the fuck? The guy was just like,
man. And
now I think he went on America's Got Talent. Like,
oh, he did.
I was like, what the fuck, dude?
You know, but you look at bands like that. You look at bands like Solarium, wherein with Mark Morales and Vinny D and all them, and ended up turning into Texas, which Texas turned into Sons of Texas.
Yeah, dude, I used to go to the shows. Lay in Ruins, Riggedy Rat, the bassist for Sons of Texas. Yeah. I mean, that guy's like a few years older than me, but like I followed that guy the whole way through. Like,
well,
that
yeah,
guy's,
man.
That guy's fucking huge now. Sons of Texas are all over the goddamn place.
All over the fucking
place.
They
tour the world and shit.
They do, man. I mean, this is a band out of Alice, Texas. Shattered Sun. These guys were pretty much the same thing like Sons of Texas. Now, like, check this out. Alice, Texas is like...
Alice? I know Alice.
Yeah. These
so
guys,
what's one street town?
Yeah, these guys made it out of there. They're touring the world. These guys, the vocalist for this band, this guy right here, Marcus, and Jess from Sons of Texas, they're playing with Il Nino now.
El Nino's still going at it?
Yeah, dude.
I haven't heard about El Nino in a while.
The fuck, man. These guys that came from these little things. So any of you musicians out there, especially you young cats out there, just getting into it, understand it is possible to fucking do it. Just stay on your game.
Yeah, 2020 is an asterisk year. Like, no one could do shit. Music especially. Music suffered like one of the biggest hits. Because the bars, where the fuck else are you playing? The bars, like, that's where you're...
Yeah, dude.
That's your bread and butter. So it's like, I get it. Like, it's one of the hard years, but hey, if you can make it through this, you can make it through anything.
And I'm going to say this too. You know what? My podcast, I can say whatever I want. Fuck you, Mark Zuckerberg, for fucking trying to take away our fucking way of putting music on Facebook. Dude, suck a big, fat, corroded, AIDS-infected dick. Fuck you. Because
the DMCA strikes and everything. Yep. Yeah, it's happened to me too.
Like any music?
You can't put. You can no longer stream live shows on YouTube as of October 1st.
Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook as of October 1st.
It's weird, man.
Yeah.
What a time!
What a time, man.
But if we can make it through this, we can make it through anything. I haven't made music in a while, but if you know my music, you know it's just about the fun. And one of I want to give a shout out to my friend AK. His name is Andrew. He's got an album coming out this week, but it's different. He's always been about rap, but that motherfucker's a musician. This was the first time I was actually impressed with someone. Like, he knew all about his production. He was like fucked with everything. He knew his reason and Logic. You know, he knew how to fuck with those programs. And this guy's dropping a synth wave album this week. I told him to come on here with me, but he's working right now. I'm actually gonna go hang out with him afterwards. But
yeah,
I told him hey, come on here with me, dude, because he's dropping that album, that little EP, like 4-song EP. You know about this?
Dropping it?
Have you heard it? AK. He's dropping that synthwave album. Have you heard his songs?
I've only heard a bit of it. The one where it's like driving.
Yeah. You just it's fucking it's fucking sick. And he's not even about that. He's just testing out new genres.
When's he dropping it?
I think the 24th or the 26th. It's one of those two because I remember it's an even number.
Of this month?
Like, yeah. Like, which is today's the 24th, so it must be like a couple days from now. Yeah. Maybe tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. AK to Rockstar with a D. D-A. AK to Rockstar and 2 R's at the end of Star because Star County. Okay. Shout out Puro Star County.
Okay, so, hey, man, if you're listening right now, I am cordially inviting you to come on Jackal's Corner. I will be more than happy to have you on here, man.
I'll come with him. We'll chill. We're broskies.
He's out here now, no?
Yeah, he's been out here for a couple years. So
yeah, definitely, man. But with that being said, let's go ahead and wrap this up and
Steve,
everything.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Such a good host, man. Like, I feel right at home, dude.
That's exactly what I want, man. So I usually take this time right now. You have any more shout outs you want to give or?
Shout outs, everyone in Rio, AK to Rockstar. He took me under his wing in 2014, man. Everyone that supported me up until now. Jay Muniz, he got me on here. Like, he fucks with me. Like, we're friends for like a while now. Like, you for having me. The Midnight Season, Christian Chapa, big fucking homie, dude. Country Gutter Records. I mean, so many shout outs, dude. The RGV film race. Come out and fucking do films, dude. That's my thing now. I fucking love doing film. If I could do it professionally, that's what I want to do in my life, you know?
Definitely.
Rio Grande City, underrated city. Maybe it's like, it's so much stigma to it, but come out and fucking hang out, dude. It's fucking good town. You don't have a shit to do in McAllen, go to Rio Grande City, dude. We come out to McAllen every other Saturday. Go that way, give us some.
Definitely, man.
Rio Brewing Company, Oscar Gonzalez, big homie, dude. Always fucking repping, always supporting us, giving us a fucking platform, really.
Definitely.
When we have no stage, he gives us a goddamn stage and, lets us fucking express ourselves. And, much love to the 956, man. I fucking love this place.
Definitely, man.
Love to Texas. I don't care we're a red state. I fucking love this bitch.
Damn right, man. So yeah, man. Just give some shout outs to what's the puppy's name? The doggy's name. Okay, so I want to give a shout out to my homeboy Joey because he lost his puppers today, and anybody who knows me knows that I'm a big animal lover. So yeah, I'll take time out of my podcast to give a rest in peace to his puppers, Bella. Rest in power, puppers. You fucking made some people very fucking happy while you were alive. And you enjoyed that on the other side of that rainbow bridge.
Rainbow Road.
Your owners, your parents will be with you someday. So just watch after them. Peace and love to you guys. Remember, get your asses out to 5x5 on Saturday. Get in line early as fuck.
Get the cure.
Get that cure, man. Get that FU Rona and get that banana beers, banana peanut butter beer, actually. And shout out to 5x5. Loving you guys. Thank you for all the beers that you provide for us.
Yeah, they got me drunk. They didn't get me drunk. They got me nice. Fucking brunette. Brunette was the shit. That brunette was nice. I drank like 3 of them. They're fucking great.
They're great. But yes, guys, join me October 1st. I'm going to be sitting down with Thomas Avilar, Bongi, and Carlos Contreras. Join me. It's going to be a fucking wild time. Definitely. I will see you guys then on October 1st. Until then, peace and love to you guys. Remember, support local 1,000%. Fuck buying Versace, because you could buy those Versace jeans at the flea market. You could buy those fucking Versace jeans right there on 17th in McAllen, Texas. And you can support fucking local. It's time to start taking charge. It's time to start thinking as humans and helping each other out in this time of need. Fuck politics. Fuck all that other shit. We are all humans. We are all needing to survive. Don't let politics decide your fate. Peace and love to you guys.